Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. We're here back with KAGI quarterfinals. This is the match between AlgernonR and Fabulousing. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that name correctly. I'll just bring up the challenge real quick here. What we have is we have Ashtaka and Quick Draw played earlier in the week. And so we have Algernon and Fabulousing. Ashitaka has advanced. They're in the finals, so whoever wins this one will be facing them in the finals for the KFPL spot. So should be some exciting games today. I have Karen with me, as usual, and we'll be doing some hopefully very interesting KAGI games. I hear the match between Quick Draw and Ashitaka was a very good one, so hopefully this one can live up to the same. So we'll hop in here. Algernon was in the finals of KAGI 5.0, for those that are unaware. So he is a...
He's alright.
I have to... What is the password for their game?
Oh no!
KAGI 6 is the password.
Got it.
Got it.
And we are doing this with closed hands, I imagine.
We are doing this with closed hands, yep.
Okey doke.
Okay, so we're both in here, both spectating, and we'll give them the go-ahead. Quick say hi to Hey Quick Draw and hello Zoc. There are also... Zoc should be streaming the finals between Ashitaka and whoever wins this one.
Time to snoop on people's decks.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he'll just be streaming it. And
right. Yeah.
so we're going into the game. Algernon has brought a Worlds Collide, and Fabulousing has brought a Mass Mutations. The Fabulousing deck is a Logos Shadow Star Alliance called He Who Bearishly Guts Genomes. Great name.
And
we
Algernon has brought Stefan J. Lightio the Brave, which is a Dis Star Alliance and a Logos. Do you want to cover the Mass Mutation, and I'll run through the Worlds Collide?
Sure, and the quick just ask a quick question of, are there any remaining players former KAGI champs? No, Fabulousing is not. AlgernonR was a finalist last season, so they have a chance of getting back into the finals back-to-back. Unfortunately, they lost to Not Tonight last season. The MM here has a triple look over there in the shadows, double red pennies with a Seeker Needle and a Liam Say to combo with those red pennies, as well as what looks like a pretty interesting logos. The Chronos, a daughter, some anti-steal, and the Discombobulator, and the Star Alliance is bringing a Red Alert, Hadron Collision, Particle Sweep, Tachyon Pulse, Transporter Platform with, most importantly, a Z-Force agent. So pretty interesting deck there. And AlgernonR does start the game off with a Disc Call and plays Buzzle.
And we get the Star Alliance retort there. Nothing huge happening yet, just kind of set up. You'll notice a lot with the adaptive decks, they take time to do their thing. In the case of the Worlds Collide, we do have double Kirby, double Karkar, double Garcia, so we have like Lang. It's just a big Star Alliance board with a single stealth mode, so dropping it at the right time might be kind of crucial. We've got double Tao Vapors, double Edai, a Dr. Millie, so many ways to archive. So one of the potential payoffs of this deck could be to archive all of your Star Alliance and then drop it with a stealth, and then it's pretty much game over. The Dis is going to get in the way, so you could look at it potentially as archiving your Dis until you only have like Poltergeist, Hysteria, Misery Exploit, like libraries already out. You can kind of like, you basically like want to play your Star Alliance, like it's such a win condition. Logo Star Alliance are like great houses, and you're kind of managing the suboptimal Dis. Seems to be the vibe that I'm getting. We also are pretty lacking on board control over here. We really only have Hysteria, Draining Touch, like very limited things, double Twin Bolt. So that's going to be pretty limiting here. You do get the big payoff on the Dr. Millie, but it's going to be pretty tough to win if you get boarded. Mass Mutation deck isn't bringing much in the way of creatures other than that potential massive Z-Force thing, so
yeah.
Should be a pretty even game in terms of what both decks are capable of.
And the Hysteria might just be an important way to deal with a Voltroned up creature.
Yeah, no, I mean that could be huge. You also have the answer to the platform. So um, the mass mutation at current piloted by Fabulousing um, isn't going to be able to just go off. That being said, the shadows, Algernon's deck doesn't have a great answer to that shadows. The triple look over there with the double red penny. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a problem. Um, Wanted to kill Kirby. I mean, this is what I would. This is when I would allow a manual,
Yeah, because
but
it's just swapping over the Bone Rot Venom to the. I guess that is that you'd have to return the creatures stuff to hands, but
oh, it'd be a total pain in the ass.
it'd be a
But
total,
it's like
yeah.
when it's like a well, it's like that was a
I would totally allow
misclick.
that. It would be a hassle as someone who has
Yeah,
misclicked on a. The worst is enhanced upgrades, because enhanced upgrades you attach first, then resolve the enhancement.
yeah.
I guarantee you that's what happened with upgrade,
Okay.
because it had a
We've
damage
got a
buff on it.
hysteria. Yeah, the hysteria does a bounce to heal. That's really big. I've found. If you get a Star Alliance that has like Kirby hysteria, it's just so high value because you can heal your Star Alliance, and then it's only you're putting only your Star Alliance board out,
Hmm.
so they have to have an action answer to it. And if you have a stealth, it's even deadlier. Um, but we have lost that hysteria. Again, Algernon's deck isn't bringing that many creatures. They are putting a check though. Fabulous thing that isn't bringing many creatures. They are presenting a check here though with a discombobulator on.
Hmm.
Star Alliance is just going to reap though. I'm not sure what answer you really have to a Star Alliance, especially with the Kirby out, double Tau Tau about to do its thing. And we hit the stealth mode. We're gonna be checking at 9 with a stealth.
But they
One
will
card in archive,
forge.
6 in hand. Yeah, for sure.
The stealth
I
mode
just
there,
don't
I
know.
think, will hurt a lot for Fabulous's deck.
Yeah, the stealth, at least it's buried early. Like it's very hard to get it back now.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's a good point, Quick Draw. Ashitaka was in the finals of KAGI 3.0, but I don't recall who or he was in the playoffs of KAGI 3.0, but I don't recall who won that one. You have to check in with Zoc on that one. I know he casted that.
mhm. Sigh discards opposition research. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. Stealth is crazy. Luckily for Fabulous Thing, it looked like the Star Alliance kind of ran out there.
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense that he would be able to go Star Alliance again unless he drew another Tau Tau or something.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're under stealth. He doesn't know he's under stealth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously he thought he was going to play it, and then
No, I mean this whole discussion that they're having now. They're like, "Sai, you can fix," and he's like, "Make doesn't make any sense not to play." Okay, I forgot
yeah.
stealth mode. There we go.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
conversation.
They both did.
Yeah, hey, you get away with it in live play, right?
You would. You would get away with it in live play, yeah.
Keep that in mind, kids at home. You can cheat in person
That's it.
by accident. Never forget your stealth modes.
Although also remember, if you're in a tournament and um both players are equally responsible for maintaining a proper game state. So if
Yeah.
there is if there's a game violation, it is a loss to both players.
Ooh. I did not know that. So Algernon does choose to just reap with the Star Alliance in order to check again. Plays Poltergeist for just a pip. I mean, the hand must be. I mean, there's no productive actions at this point unless he literally just drew a Tau Tau.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say though, funny comment here from Zoc. Zoc says, "Quickdraw is the one who's asking who, if Ashitaka may have won before," and Zoc says that Quickdraw beat Ashitaka in the Kagi 3 finals. So if anyone should know
ooh.
that answer, it should be Quickdraw. So it looks like Ashitaka is also gunning for a for a second finals here. And
We get that Z Force agent down. Does have the Z wave emitter, the all important Scout Pete. Must have been drawn off of the enhancement, otherwise you would have played it first.
mhm.
We get the other upgrade with the tracker on there. That's a tough play because that almost it may force Algernon's hand to play Star Alliance and just ram a bunch of stuff into it.
Yeah, because that Voltron can really get away.
Yeah, because yeah, okay, we see the Star Alliance call. Yep,
Yeah,
and you just ram the Perkar right into it.
I think that's a good call.
Uh, yeah, hopefully you have a productive action to play with the Kirby, or you like drew something else. Just so
Yeah,
many Star Alliance turns in a row, you're not moving the deck.
interesting.
Wow, fights.
Okay,
Just
with
gonna go.
no other production. I think that's interesting. I mean, like, Algernon was probably thinking he's a key up.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah. I don't know about those two fights. What did we kill with the two fights? It was a
Scout
Munchling
Pete and a
and a
Munchling. Yeah,
Scout Pete. Um, the discombobulator was already gone, so it's not for that reason. I guess he just doesn't want reaped amber production to happen. We see just a Garcia come down. Really tactical play here, back and forth. Pretty
hmm.
intricate back and forth. The Dr. Millie is going to archive 2 cards off of that board. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so like those kills were for the Millie,
Ah,
which, um, which is I probably would have been more aggressive, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like,
there could also be a thought from Algernon that um, if Fabulousing's deck is looking to steal
mhm.
aggressively, not having any amber for them to steal, and same with the look over there is not getting value.
Yeah, very true.
That could also be a thought process of if I don't have any amber for them to steal, then they have unproductive shadows turns and clogging up their hand, which could be why the Star Alliance turn there happened.
Yeah, we see another Star Alliance call. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like intricate play happening. I think that was a high value Logos turn.
Hmm.
Um, Rams the Garcia into the Hapsis and then plays Red Alert.
That seems so
I th-
strange.
yeah, if you had done it the opposite order, you could have killed it, right? Um, unless I'm missing.
Why just
Well,
yeah?
what dies? I didn't get the count on the creatures. It's possible. I'm not gonna criticize the play, but
It was two to
it's
four.
possible. Okay, it was 2 to 4. Then you needed to do it to kill the Edi and stuff. You
Yeah.
needed Garcia dead. That all makes sense. That all makes sense. Um, goes to 3 with the thorium, Jargoggle down, but something under it. 3 in archives.
I wonder if there's any
Pretty
interesting
healthy lead.
shenanigans there on
Yeah. Look over there to kill Hapsis. Look over there to kill
Oh, yeah, but
Daughter.
no stealing.
Yeah, because you can't get the value.
Yep.
That could also be a justification for not killing that Hapsis.
Hmm.
To make sure that you're getting that look over there value. You kind of need it at this point. Because like Algernon's an entire key up here in adaptive deck versus an adaptive deck, which is generally not going to be. Draining Touch. Yeah, we're presented with another board here that Fabulousing has to answer. It's quite possible that Algernon could get a 2-0 here um, if he's able to get higher value off of these steel cards.
Yeah.
Or like if Fabulousing like low rolls and doesn't get that Star Alliance.
Yeah.
Just like opening like disc creatures and stuff. You do have to be careful around those steals. I think, like you said, this sitting there trying to get like sitting there at 0 sometimes might be your best move.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is a lesson I certainly learned from that one Zeramis and
oh God, yeah,
Zeramis
I remember
match.
that game. That was a NKFL game.
Hmm.
Uh,
That
we're
is
gonna
on
reap out.
the Pseudodos Chronicles YouTube channel if you're curious of watching
It
the game that
is.
Karen and I talking about. It is a
I can
very masterclass of gameplay.
yeah, I can pull that up. Um,
I can link the yeah I can link the YouTube if you want.
I already got it. Oh, you already have the YouTube, or do you want the link?
I have the just the general YouTube and the command.
Okay, well, I got the video for you
Yeah, you
in
can
the
toss it into
Discord.
the chat.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, EP comes
Here,
out.
here is that. Yeah, I can't. If I hit it, I hit it to you in the Discord. I actually can't put the link in there right now.
Oh,
For whatever reason.
fair.
Fabulous thing does back up with that EP. We're still dealing with a rather sizable lead for Algernon here. We It just seems like a bit too much of a hump to get over.
Yeah, because they have to
Also,
both
he's
be they have
like
to be reactive and productive on their own turns.
Algernon has also not been forced to play Dis at all, which is like amazingly fortunate in that deck, which because it's like really a dead house.
Yeah.
We're seeing a bunch of archive here, which if the check is answered, it would be immediately followed by a gigantic hecatomb.
Yeah.
So it's like even if Fabulousing has an answer, he's going to be able to check into the teens at least.
Well, not only that, right? But they have to go through and they have to check for the next. They have to get their first. They have to get their second key and then keep at it.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening right now. The other thing is that potentially Algernon could get into like an Eat Eye cycle where there's just so many in archives, nothing else matters.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I do think the best move here though, there's got to be you have to have
Yep.
like the
GG.
absolutely gigantic, yeah, that's it. Hecatomb there, but that doesn't even matter. All right, rematch and swap decks.
Yep.
Yeah, I do think that that little misplay keeping the Kirby out pretty significant.
Yeah, I agree.
If I think there's a great chance here for a 2-0, though the TCO for this just broke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the rematch didn't work. We're gonna
TCO
have to get
broke.
out of there. But I do think, like I said, I think there's a very good chance for a 2-0 there.
So we'll get a remake going. And should be good to go.
Red Alert is not as good as it could be in this matchup, which is really big, I think. Kind of like each player's ability to handle the other one's board isn't really that good. Um, but neither is really presenting a particularly challenging board either at the moment. But I do think like a well-timed Z-Force could end it. Obviously, on the other side, I have to give the edge up to Algernon's deck though. The Stefan, just by nature of how threatening the Star Alliance is, and then like it just keeps aggregating advantage, and it also stores away some really good offensive potential. Um,
There we go. Good luck
yeah.
to the players.
In order to win this, I think Algernon's only hope is to get very high value off of the steel cards and like rush heavy against some bad hands.
Mm-hmm.
You could like open a really good Z-Force hand that would just be like a winner.
Yep.
Like a platform with a bunch of upgrades. There's platform opening. That is one of the lines to win for sure here.
Yeah. Let's see if a Fabulousing can answer with an early Poltergeist.
Not in logos, that's for sure.
No. 4 was Tut Carnage 1, KAGI 4.0, if my memory serves me correctly. I don't remember who their opponent was. Gwed. Their opponent was Gwed.
Mm-hmm. Edai, Tao Tao, and Quant. Really, really good open here.
Yeah.
Both the Star Alliance and the logos have so many good opening potentials. Opening disc can be really tough, but you could open library, which would be really good.
Yep.
Um, Bone Rot on the Quant makes sense. Damage and Baboon. It,
Does Bone Rot Venom Bone Rot it triggers in the same window as a Reap effect, right? So you do get one
yeah, Yeah, you can choose to put the
Quant first.
yeah. I feel like he could have stolen with this combo because he gave him Amber with the tempting offer and then steal anything with the look over there.
Yeah.
That well, he wanted to kill the Edai though, so I guess it doesn't matter. But interestingly, Algernon chooses to like creatures being dead is more important than Amber, which I think is roughly speaking true. I don't know how important killing the Edis is at that juncture,
You're not super close. And
but I
also,
guess you have to do it.
this is a big Starlines board for turn 2.
Yeah. Luckily, two of your houses are covered, so you can safely call Star Alliance, and you can safely call,
Yeah.
um, and you can safely call the shadows. So we see a shadows call. Look over there to kill Kinkin. Yeah, those destruction cards. Okay, yep, there we go. We do see the steal, so the Amber gets stolen anyway.
Yeah.
Guess you have no shortage of steel cards to come around on that. Plays the
Uh,
other red penny even though it's not getting value.
which I think is reasonable,
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely.
especially because Liam Say is gonna start returning them.
Yeah,
So
Star Alliance again. Pretty relentless Star Alliance here, though. Here we see a better start for Algernon than Fabulousing had with the deck.
yeah, Red Penny's coming out
Uh,
early, make a big difference.
yeah, you're just gonna need that. Twin Bolt, not incredibly great here, but it's Amber.
Yeah, you ping one of your. Oh, it pings both for
Put
Red Pennies.
both red pennies back.
That's ballsy. I think.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I guess he's going for blank board. You can see with the He Who Bearishly Guts genomes, all it has is that red alert
yeah.
in terms of like really being able to remove this stuff. Um,
Which you'd
so I
think
guess
you wouldn't wanna you'd make them like take like why would you want to keep their board clear? You know, if that's like their only effective board clear for this.
um, I don't know why you would want to put the pennies back. I guess like you're thinking like Fabulous Thing might be thinking I'm down on Amber, and if I let him reap, then I'm in trouble basically. Um,
Right. I guess like I understand killing Liam Say because Liam Say is a bit of a
Hysteria off of the
oh
Kirby, which
that's
is the
good.
second time we've seen that. Kirby gets played again, Hecatomb, just for the Amber, which is a little bit of a waste actually in this deck, because the Hecatomb has so much potential.
I
But it
would
must
be
have been like,
curious to see if Fabulous is archiving that disc or not.
yeah, I mean, with the Hecatomb gone, it's a little bit low value. That's a very bad card to lose. Red Alert finally does come down.
Hadron Collision.
Um, Pretty early in the deck to have it, so that's pretty important so it doesn't get run away with. We're looking at one key each, though. Long story short, one key each, and it's going to matter how much crackback Fabulousing has. Looking at 8 cards he has access to.
And we're gonna get big
Probably
transfer
not
platform
itching to
here
take those
maybe.
out of archive. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Gonna have a decent transfer platform here with a double Z
Yeah.
upgrades and the Scout Pete.
Yeah. Scout Pete can move some cards too.
And discards
Discards
Tachyon
Tachyon
Pulse.
Pulse.
I think that's a pretty
Yeah, I wonder why.
reasonable pretty
Yeah.
reasonable discard.
Now, we see him not slap him back down, which is potentially wise here because you're going to be able to just keep bouncing it for four amber or at least 2 a turn.
Yeah.
Maybe hoping to draw more, hoping to draw the Z Force. It makes sense. It is a conservative line though from Algernon. I don't
Yeah.
know how many answers. I don't know how many reasonable answers Fabulousing had because he's not really going to be able to play Star Alliance
But
productively.
I think also there's probably a thought left of Mobius Scroll here. You can probably tuck away those upgrades until you can have a really impactful transfer platform.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
But
sense.
you're also
Yeah,
putting yourself
it's
pretty
definitely playing for later.
yeah, you're putting yourself pretty high at risk though because the Poltergeist should be coming up, right?
We're looking at 12 cards left in deck, 2 in archive. We go Logos, so not yet.
Not punished yet.
Should is a strong word, but we're approaching over, like we're now over 50% likelihood that it'll be in hand.
Yeah.
Um, at some point, we could see it come through the quant here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That'd be very good. We could bounce the Edai up and down, which would be disgusting. Yeah, I think I would have rather have bounced that Scout Pete and like made them take the bad Star Alliance turn to kill it maybe, or take the Logos turn and still have no answer.
I agree.
Um,
I guess like they had an answer in the Hapses.
there's the Poltergeist though.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Playing for later there, I don't know how much value it does for you.
Yeah. Just knowing the Poltergeist is sort of on its way is concerning.
It looks like we're on our way to thinking about chains here though. So where are you currently?
Um. I'd probably take Algernon's deck at like 3, 4.
I'm trying to figure out just how fast it actually is, because it's not actually like blazingly fast, but it can become so. I'm thinking it can eat like 4 chains before it starts feeling awful. It might feel like really bad at 5-6.
One of the concerns I have a lot though, is Algernon's deck does seem bored. Like it wants its board, needs to reap, and chains hurt board decks a lot.
Yeah, we do have the daughter. We've got the double tau. Like we've got ways to deal with those chains though. So I'm guessing like you're gonna have turns that hurt, but I'm thinking like maybe half of those turns. Like if you have 5, I'm guessing like 2 to 3 of those turns you're gonna get negated by Logos somehow. Like chain wise, um, it might be able to eat more than you'd think, but I think yeah, it's not a deck that is unaffected. I think it would become borderline non-functional at 6-7 though, like just in general.
Yeah, Quick Draw is saying they'd go up to at least 6 on Algernon's.
That's pretty heavy.
That is heavy. I am surprised by that. There's a
Because
stealth mode off the logos.
it is, and we get to stealth in logos. Yeah, it really does have a substantial edge. I just don't know at what chain number that edge starts to go away. Because you're not gonna get like combo turns like this until your chains are gone.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just like what this deck does by default. But this does put me closer on the 5-6 end after seeing something like this.
Yeah, the Fabulous deck just does not have the creature control necessary to keep these boards in check.
Yeah, you're gonna need a more productive red alert than that. And with all the archiving, it's pretty hard to get that.
Yeah.
Because you can play around a red alert for a while.
I think on Fabulous deck too, depending on how early they see get TP stuff, the transport platform stuff going off, they can get the Z Force agent out and like use it. But I
Yeah,
think
it has lines to win.
yeah, and I just think Algernon's deck is executing its game plan really well.
Yeah, no, I mean it seems to be in a kind of ideal position to do that. We see Jargoggle killed. That's gonna place Scullion
Which
and
sacrifices
sacrifice
the
itself.
okay, cool,
Hapsis. Cool, yeah.
cool.
Quant, Reaps, Yidai, Reaps. Yeah, it's like it is a board deck though. And I know like I do find that board decks start to really hurt around 5-6.
Yeah,
But
opting
we're
to
looking at an
not
eight
play a
card hand.
card off of Quant, by the way.
Yeah, I mean
I don't know if that was just like an oversight, but
might not have anything great to play.
Zoc is giving some insight here. And their match looks like Algernon took their deck for 5 chains in their game, and it still felt like it still felt like it did things.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So,
Um,
getting some context here for the deck.
it just depends how big that edge actually is. The edge seems to be about a key in this matchup.
Yep.
Both decks can kind of move, but the edge seems to be about a key. So you'd need to make the worlds collide non-functional for about a key. And I don't know how many chains that would take. Maybe it is closer to 6, like 6, 7. But I just can't imagine taking it for 7 in this context.
Taking it for 7 and losing 2 cards. It depends on who. Well, Algernon. Okay, if Algernon here loses and they go to game 3, then they are on first. So
Yeah,
if they go to if they can probably take they can realistically probably take the deck for 7, um, and be okay shedding that initial chain.
yeah.
But if Fabulausing is probably not in a situation where they can take it for 7. So if I
That would feel like the absolute limit of where I'd be willing to go would be
2 cards down.
like in the most extreme version of this that I can imagine. I can think that somebody might try 8. By the way, this is a moment where I really wish that the Hecatomb had been held onto in order to get that archived. We had so many chances to archive it with that huge disc and just have a burst to end the game now, which is something to calculate, right? Like when we're thinking chains, like the fatal check would have happened now if we had gone like optimally, I think.
Yeah.
Which is like a key and a half, which actually gets you closer to like the 6, 7, 8 area. Um, but we're seeing the decks piloted in reverse here. So you're also getting an eye on how good your opponent is with your deck.
Yeah.
Um, Algernon is playing pretty cleanly. I'm struggling to find the very challenging lines uh in the mass mutation. I'm having a hard time seeing why is this brought as an adaptive deck. Do you have any insight there? That's something I'm thinking about a lot watching this.
I don't. Um, not really. Um, I think it has some neat interactions in it, but I don't think there's anything. The thing I'm really seeing here that sticks out to me is like a unexpected game plan for it. Or
Maybe
I don't see a lot. I don't
knowing what to do with the Mobius and
maybe
turn
yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing. I'm also not seeing many um cards in here that are offering irreversible decision points that are um dangerous.
Yeah. I got to say I love this format as a broadcaster of it. This should be it though
That
for this game. But yeah,
Secret Needle, Rad Penny,
we're looking at about a keys difference. Yeah,
GG.
a little bit more there.
Yeah, and you can this is something that I think about sometimes about with holding cards and discarding cards is if each card is worth an amber, how many
Yeah,
chains are you willing to risk for that card? And so if the difference is about a key, you know, if every card is worth about an amber, 6
yeah,
chains is sort of where these decks kinda should start evening out.
yeah. We get a comment from Fluximal. Consistent deck is pretty easy to chain bid on. Yeah, I think.
Game
Yeah,
is
I think
up, by
the
the way.
adaptive choice makes all the sense in the world for the worlds collide because it just has so many ways to get to its plays. The other deck feels it's kind of going the other strategy. It's like you get very different hands each time, and it's like my expertise on the deck is worth more than your 2 games. That's
Mhm.
one way to leverage adaptive decks in general, right? Is to say just like I I am going to just leverage my experience and bring something that is wacky and doesn't have an obvious line, but it's just really hard to chain bid on.
Yeah.
Um,
No, totally.
we have both players picking the Worlds Collide. No surprise there. Hitting will start at 0 chains by Algernon. Yeah. I think I just said this, but yeah, I love this as a broadcaster, this format. Like because you can already start thinking about game 3. Like even if you hit a kind of dud game 2,
Yeah. Yep.
Fabulousing goes 2 chains, Algernon to 3.
A fast 3, by the way. Not a there's no hesitation there on that third.
Yeah, I feel like having that number in your head so you can just bid without hesitation is a really big deal. Because
Yeah.
like if you have that pause, if we
Uh,
get to like 6, 7 and there's pause, we see 6 from Fabulous Thing, the very comfortable going to 6, set to 6. So yeah, that's the number that we were thinking. I wonder if you can survive at 7. That feels like a good get at 6 after what we just saw.
I think Fabulousing there is actually comes off fairly well with that exchange because I think Algernon being first player here, if they chose to go first.
Fabulous Thing goes first here, which
Oh,
makes it makes it an amazing get.
that is
Um,
very. Wait, they didn't set the first player?
yeah, they didn't set the
Oh,
first player. I think they did it randomly.
well, we have game knowledge now.
Well, yeah, getting it's basically. I mean, going first is it is my least favorite thing about chains, though. Is it's like it. I wish it didn't affect it so much.
Yeah, it annoys me as well because it unfortunately gives an edge to a stronger deck.
And really, you can consider basically we're only paying 3 chains. We're only paying 3 chains now.
Exactly.
This should hypothetically this should be Fabulous Things game to win and lose here
I think so. I think that's a fantastic get for 6 changes as the first player.
for first turn 6 chains. Yeah, because I mean we would all take it at 5. But yeah, the best solution is to bid and then flip the coin for who goes first. I feel like. Um, I know that's not the official, but that's the way I think it should go. So you're both bidding blind.
Well,
Seems to be what.
oh yeah, okay. So you're saying flip a coin anyways,
Well, yeah.
regardless
Well, I'm
of
saying like if you
right,
end up 1-1, that means that you both did the same thing, right?
right.
So it's like basically, um,
Well, you know what? We are always since it's not an official format
which
anymore,
is
we are able
that's
to
what
do
they
with it
did.
as we want.
Yeah. So Fabulousing, the way that TCO is doing it is because it was they played a best of one, so
Yeah,
they do the bid and then the flip happens. So that's what happened, which
yeah,
I think is the fairest way to do it, because that knowledge is very. We see Fabulousing burn the Hecatomb again early, and get boarded a bit.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
guess
here's a
they've
chance if Algernon's going to get value off the chains, like this is the time. Didn't mean to cut you off though. Go ahead.
no. I was just gonna say like they do it so early.
It's
Um,
just such a good card in this deck.
yeah, it can really provide burst if you're able to set it up properly for the end game.
Especially, I mean, we just saw like it was either an unfortunate draw or like missing the potential of the deck because like the Millie was there
Hmm.
and the Tao Tao happened and you can't get it archived. That hurts, man. Like,
Yeah,
but I can imagine like if you're sitting there like you can't. But yeah, losing that burst potential is big. But we're down to 1 chain now. We are seeing the lead that was a key, right? So we're seeing that lead from Algernon here. But that's kind of how the other game started, where
yeah.
this mass mutation was a little bit ahead on Amber, and then the board happens and just finally can't get answered. We see the Tao Tao again. Oh my god! In between 2 Tao Taos, yeah, the Hecatomb gets discarded between 2 Tao Taos. That's just and the
And
Eda.
then
Like, dude,
oh, okay.
I just yeah, that's tough to even watch.
Yeah. This is some unfortunate. That is unfortunate timing there for Fabulosing.
That feels like I mean that's either the most unfortunate hands or just missing. That you should archive that. You gotta stash that in this deck. It's a free key, man. But you can't. It's hard to hold when you only have 5 cards in hand. So it might have been that kind of position where it was just like the absolute not ideal situation.
Yeah, and chains hurt board decks a lot.
Yeah, but we are up on board again, which is when this deck starts to take off.
Pretty
Algernon,
mixed houses though. So
yeah, how we doing on houses? Let me check out
right
this card.
when we see the
Yeah,
board run away for Algernon's deck, it is at values of 4 creatures on board in one house.
yeah. I like the double Garcia here, but it's quite likely that I'll have to play this. Dude, just like with the chains involved. And I don't see a Kirby down. The Tau Taus are gone. Like it's gonna be hard to filter.
Yeah. I kind of feel like you. I guess it's already at 8 with the E-die, so maybe it's just worth
Right.
taxing the key here for 2.
Yeah, I would just let the key through at 8.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe go dis. Like dump the dis hand.
Yep.
Go Star Alliance. Does this deck even have a dis? House?
No. No, it's just that Buzzle and that Hecatomb. That's it.
Okay. Garcia's gonna fight. Stealth mode. Okay. Stealth mode.
Okay. So stopping the key next
Karkar.
turn. Get the what?
Lang. Wow.
Lag.
Where are these hands coming from?
Yeah, at 5 with they're not with like the chain's just gone. Like that's like
The chain was still involved there. That was out of a
yeah.
5-card hand right
Yeah.
there.
That's
That was 4 Star Alliance cards out of a 5-card hand with like almost no dis played. And yeah, sure, maybe 2 of those archives are dis, but we've seen this deck filter its way out of these situations much more efficiently than we would have expected in 3 games.
yeah.
Uh, Scout Pete comes in for Star Alliance here. Z Force Agent with the cap. 6 that on Xenobot. Would maybe put it on the Pete just to put it on something lower value.
Mhm.
This might be where Fabulousing is able to just make the game turn around though. Unless
Unless they red alert, I guess next turn.
this could, yeah, well the other I mean the yeah, it would have to be next turn.
Because I think they're gonna go
Is that
Star
stealth?
Alliance, and I don't think they're gonna get their key next turn.
Mm-hmm. I still think about letting that key pass.
Yeah, me as well. I guess it depends. I guess it depends on how what your draws look like, and if you think you'll be getting more archives.
Yeah, both House are gone.
Millie's gone as well.
Yeah,
Millie's
Millie's
purged.
purged.
Yeah. There's still a second E-die, and that's it. Jargoggle, I guess,
That's just
theoretically.
reap, reap, reap.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Uh,
Here comes some steel. See if they can take him off check here.
I feel like bursting, like killing an Edai. Like if you could kill hypothetically Garcia and Edai, then you're really golden. More so than blocking the key, it's just getting advantage on this surge here. We
Mm-hmm.
see a bone rot onto Garcia. Probably means there's no way to kill it right now. Hopefully for Algernon, there's a way to kill the Edai at least, though. Tempting offer into Psionic Officer Lang to prevent that turn from being as profitable as it could be. We're just trying to board here, I guess. Rad Penny with the Secret Needle, we go to 12. Still letting that key be taxed at 10.
I agree there, Quick Draw. Quick Draw is mentioning that they put the damage pit from the Z Force Agent onto the Kirkar instead of the E-die, which would have opened
Yeah.
it up to a Secret Needle this turn.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you gotta kill there to get that key. You gotta get, like, value here, right? Like, you gotta get your value now. That being said, the Worlds Collide doesn't have a ton of creature control answers, so you're not really in danger of losing your board either without Fabulousing taking a rather suboptimal turn, which he can't really afford to take either. Especially Hecatomb is gone, so you're not going to get bursted for a full key.
Well, we still got
See the
Twin Bolts. We got one Twin Bolt and
yeah, but it has to
the
be this here.
Thorium
Like, there's
Plasma,
just no
right?
way. Yeah,
There's no
there's
way
no
that
way
these.
that this.
Yeah, there's. Oh no, both Twin Bolts are gone. So yeah, a lot of their things are gone actually. Same with Draining Touch.
Yeah. I mean, you just basically have to go this here, which is so bad because, like, now you have to let that key pass for 6, unless there's something I'm not seeing.
They can't archive
In
in dis.
Yeah. Is
I
Hysteria
almost wonder
drawn?
if it's worth it nullifying just 10 of that amber
Yeah.
and going Starlines.
We do get this. Maybe we see a Hysteria here.
Ah,
Yep.
yeah. Yep.
That's value, because you do get 2 of those amber gone, which isn't as good, but getting that board flipped up. Misery could have happened. Was any of it damaged?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah, so you could
misplay.
have played that first.
Yeah.
Sad. The important part of the play, though, is flipping all that up. Don't purge your Bornet.
I don't know.
No, didn't. I do think all around Algernon is playing cleaner. Um, like there's some things that are maybe unfortunate draws, but like all around, I think there are moments like where we can tighten. Like looking at the play of Fabulous Thing, whereas Algernon, again, this does come to the complexity of the deck brought though. Like there's not too many opportunities to have a really hard time with the deck that Fabulous Thing brought.
Yeah,
The match mutation.
I think so far the biggest misplay Algorand did was putting that damage pip onto Kakar instead of Edai to
Yeah,
reduce
which
Fabulous
was
Things.
which was a pretty significant misplay and could have been punished.
Right.
I do agree with the reap turn there, and then you put down Lang, and I mean Hysteria is really big, but
And
we do see the key
AlgernonR
tax
is
though.
right. AlgernonR here is up exactly that one key that chain should theoretically be worth.
Yeah, no, I think that I mean the value from the chains is gotten.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like whether you can convert now that you're there up a key. We
Yeah.
see a shadows call.
Yeah.
The red
Voxel.
alert is still the red alert is still in deck too, which is really really vital here. That's probably what's going on. We're seeing like fight, 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 generate a few amber, probably hoping to draw into red alert or already has it.
Well,
If fabulous thing,
they played no cards this turn. I
yeah,
think the red alert is probably in hand.
it's gotta be. Uh, See a disc call. I mean, maybe fabulous thing knows that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But like the hand has to be clogged up to some extent with some of that Star Alliance that bounce back. He's got like 3,
Four,
and the
right?
Lang from the previous turn. Yeah,
So
well, yeah, because the Lang got bounced back with the tempting offer. So we're looking for Star Alliance out of a hand of 8. I guess
yeah.
the Library of the Damned gets 1 archived.
And
Um,
I guess you're kind of saying to Algernon, hey, I'm gonna probably you keep using my board as is right now, unless
yeah,
and then I'm gonna drop my Star Alliance.
I think that's a pretty nice retort to somebody maybe holding a red alert on you, because now you can use your dis again.
Mm-hmm.
Reap for 4, and then archive a card at the very worst. That's still a good turn.
Yeah, I also think
But
I think I would have damage pipped the QMX there if I was Algernon.
well,
Just
you got Seeker Needle, so he killed all the shadows to get the rad pennies back. So I'm sure he's thinking, let me get back into Steely Shadows turns and get some value there.
yeah,
Whereas I don't think he's looking to go back logos very much. Thorium Plasmate kills the Xenobot. Okay,
I
half
was
this.
I was more thinking along the red alerts, right? To make that's one less creature for benefit on a
Very
red
true.
alert, and then also is a efficiency later down the road.
It makes sense. Though I think the red alert's going to do its job at this point. That's
Yeah, but my point
not
is that
much of a
the
concern.
red alert will kill the daughter, and so
Yeah.
I think you're putting your ceiling higher on the red alert.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean that makes sense. And plus I guess like he's not thinking he's gonna go into the QMech. Your hand is pretty much forced to do your red alert now, right? Like if you have it.
I mean, got it right.
Playing that Edai is a little bit weird for me. I might have held it.
Yeah, especially because like, you know what's happening. Unless maybe unless they have enough shadows to threaten to kill the Edai and check.
Hmm,
Right, because they theoretically, if they have a look over there and it's Secret Needle,
shadows is the call. Secret Needle takes out the. And that's it.
that seems like a really weird play. I guess that maybe
Yeah,
I guess could you just go back into Dis.
yeah. I mean, I would have taken this the previous turn, Library of the Damned, and just reaped for 4. Like I would have checked with the Library of the Damned reaped,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that I had Edai in hand, Jar Goggle down, like and potentially ways to do more things there.
Yeah.
The I think fabulousing like the weakest point of play is not knowing how to employ this dis house at all. Like not at all, but you know what I mean. Like multiple times, there's been like a kind of significant misuse of the dis house.
Yeah, and something like
Uh,
Malazan, right? Malazan is going to allow you to steal from Algernon.
yeah, which feels really high value here. Like to be able to check and do that.
Yeah.
I feel like you really need to show that you can use this board. We do see the poltergeist come down, and we do see the dis turn here, so this might be enough. However, if red alert bounces, that could be really bad. So we do see a 4th card archive. Again, the playing the Edai, knowing that red alert is still there, is pretty hard.
Yeah,
Um,
I was just thinking the same thing. Quick draw. If they had if they had Malazan into the QMX or the Red Penny, capture one onto either the QMX,
yeah,
either of them, and then poltergeisted, then they could have gained one additional amber and stolen one.
EP, massive EP comes down in Logos.
Yeah, that is big.
But I would just take the same damn turn in dis now and just say, oh, cool, now you have half as much amber as you did, and I archive another card and I keep reaping.
Yeah,
Like,
and then yeah, exactly.
I don't know how. I mean, it's big in terms of preventing the key, but it's not really what you needed in terms
Yeah,
of
I think it may
game
all.
momentum.
It depends on what Algernon's hand looked like, but it may have been worse than letting that key go through. It has to find some way to answer this E-die. It's just gonna get bigger.
Yeah, but you need to be able to like check and kill it, like.
Yeah,
But we do see the suggested turn here to use the Malice on effect finally.
I think you just reap though. I don't think you fight it.
Well, I mean, they already reaped and used the purges the jar goggle, which only had a Kakar under it. So basically, you get both. You get the best of both worlds there.
Yeah,
You also somewhat. Never mind. I was gonna say somewhat minimize the red alert, but all right. Well, I mean, basically, you're saying you have to play your red alert now. I've got 5 cards in archive. Yeah. Okay. We see the quick Star Alliance call.
I wonder if they've been archiving Star Alliance here. Probably, right?
I mean, I don't. I mean, I you must because that was what was in your hand. Though it was under jar goggle. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna need your answers. Tachyon Pulse. Um, Algernon's not gonna be able to really check here.
No.
But you need to put down a great turn. Um, Hopefully, in an ideal world, you're checking yourself. I mean, between 11 cards, you would hope that you have a check, but you did lose the Hecatomb early,
Yeah, but
which is
Fabulous is drawing back into it,
well,
right? They've reshuffled at this point.
yeah. So we cycled. That being said, the discard is mostly dis, so we're not going to see that. It's got to be Star Alliance. Just everything. Yeah. Okay.
Archives, yeah.
Star
There we
Alliance
go.
is the call. You board and just say, hey, your red alert's gone.
Red alert, stealth mode, or like stealth mode's
However,
kind of come out.
you can't kill the Z Force agent.
No, maybe you can bounce it. The hysteria.
Potentially, yeah. Twin Bolt is at least somewhat big there. Keep the fight effect from being relevant. Garcia, again, I maybe want to see the hold
Second
there. I don't
Kirby.
know.
Major
Misery
exploit for 2
Exploit.
amber. Okay.
Can you get the check? That changes the yeah, okay, so we get to check. That changes the complexion of this entire turn because now you can
Oof.
basically play knowing that they have to go shadows. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this has to be a fantastic shadows turn in order to come back here.
Yeah, just reap out time for sure.
I mean, this is just a case of I mean the chains should have hurt more than they did for multiple reasons. But yeah, can't check, and if you can't check, you're in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, they killed a Garcia in check. Like, obviously,
You just
not a
read
misplay thing. Just it's not in the deck to do it.
logos.
No, no, he's in Starlines.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh man, I saw
Yeah,
that tapped up
he
vapors. I was
goes.
like, no way. Okay, yeah,
No, no, no.
yeah, yeah,
No, you're just seeing this deck go off now. I
yeah,
mean, this should be it. Um,
yeah.
barring the absolutely miraculous. We did get a deck cycle from Algernon though, so possible it can answer some big check with an EP or something. But
Well, perhaps we underestimated its ability to play through chains.
um, I mean, yeah, no, I think honestly, well, there's two things. Like one is that we saw like two of those chains get negated because it went first and it got a good logos turn to begin. So
Yeah,
the chains are basically totally
it had
like
it
that.
had
That's like a high variance
it
thing
had
sometimes.
yeah, with 5 card hands. With a 5 card hand, it had two back-to-back very high impact plays, or very like four of the same house hands, which is rather unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like fortunate hands, but it also felt like it could have won a lot faster, like because we saw some like questionable plays at least. I'm not going to pretend to know that I know what is right, you know.
Yeah, it's
Um,
yeah,
but I think it could have won even faster. So I think 6 or 7 was the number, but like we going first and those things gives Fabulousing the win here. Just really like putting his
yeah,
faith in the better deck and taking it for more chance. I mean we said it when he got it for 6, like that was the winning bid. Like that was correct.
yeah.
Whether you were gonna go first or second, getting that at 6 was awesome. And I do think Algernon was a little bit too reluctant to bid a little higher. A
Well,
little
considering
higher.
they took it so quickly at 5 chains.
You wouldn't even like consider 7. He must be like that's my number. Like 6 is my hard number. But if
Yeah.
6 is your hard cap, maybe when they go 4, you go 6, 4, 7.
Mhm.
Because like you want to, if you have the better deck, I'd rather have my own. Maybe I got a little too passive at the end there. Um, I yeah, that's tough from Algernon because like once you lose that red alert, you're a little screwed. Um, but I do think the EP was just like not helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. They. Yeah. I think that key should have gone through rather than like let them forge for 6 at 8 amber and put
Yeah,
yourself in a
it didn't
position to
do a ton
strike.
for you.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything for you because it was just like, oh, I can just take that same disc turn again, and now you're at 2 ember.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas you basically just need to be checking with that deck. I do think that deck has a potential to beat this straight up, which sounds funny because it just got bodied like 3 times.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think like
I'm gonna
there
make a
is
good
a
point here of no opposition research in either game got to go off.
yeah, that's very very good.
So
We never saw the Hecatomb go off, which is crazy because it's like
no.
what the deck does.
Yeah. Best of luck to Fabulosing in the finals. Congratulations.
Hmm. Very well played.
Mhm.
Very fun to broadcast as well. Thanks to everybody for watching. We have 8 viewers. If you aren't currently following, please do follow. We are now not officially, but we have everything we need to be Twitch
No,
affiliates.
we're officially affiliate.
Oh, we're officially affiliate. Okay, cool. I thought we still had to do that little application process.
No, we are
But
we are officially affiliate. I believe. Yeah, we're officially affiliate.
damn.
So you can subscribe. We don't have emotes because we haven't got that set up yet. Besides the generic hype one, we have that one. But
Ooh,
yeah,
that's pretty
we
high.
have and you'll soon get ads.
But yeah, I mean, 8 or 9 viewers in the middle of the day during a weekday. That's pretty good. I know it's nighttime for Europe, but that's pretty damn good.
Yep. So everyone, look forward to. Yeah. No. Thank you. Got it right exactly. Thank you everyone for watching, and look forward to the finals match. The finals match will be streamed whenever it's scheduled, but it will be streamed over on Zock's channel, DataForge Stream. So if you haven't already, they're in chat. Click on their name, give them a follow, hit that bell for them as well as us, because that is where the finals match will be streamed. I'll make sure to put out announcements and all that for that. Keep you guys updated. And as always, happy forging. Karen and I will catch you later. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Thanks for coming out. See ya.
Bye.